a concern for a lot of people like you who are scribes is the rise of the AI scribe and how that's going to change the whole landscape. Do you mind? What's your opinion on it? Do you think they're a net good? Do you think how is it going to change scribing or just medicine in general, in your opinion?
Yeah, so that's so interesting. That's something that I just found out about a couple months ago. So it's definitely very new, and some workers are starting to use it. At first, I was like, not worried personally, because I was like, okay, like I'm joining med school. Like I'm only going to be a scribe for a couple months longer. Like personally, like job security, I knew I was fine. But then I was just thinking, like looking ahead, I was like, wow, that would suck if scribes get replaced with AI just because of like it's such a great learning opportunity for students. And the more we train our medical students, the better doctors we get and better for society, right? So I was like, dang, that's like really unfortunate that people will be losing out on that experience. But I actually talked to some people who work at an urgent care that do use the AI scribes, and they say that like yes, there's benefit in using it, like with any technology, like, okay, yes, it's faster, sometimes less mistakes, less pay on the employer's side, right? You don't have to pay the computer. So they say, like, of course, there's those standard benefits, but I just at least the providers I talk to who use it say like scribes do not have to worry. Like AI is not going to replace them. Obviously, I don't know how many years in the future we're looking into, but they still said some complaints about the AI scribe. Like it's still new, it's not perfect. Um, and and everyone always appreciates like the people interaction side of it. Like I don't think doctors really want to be working with computers and AI technology. I'm sure like every provider would rather have a person in the notes, like as long as they're, doing them correctly, of course.
Yeah.
There's just always something that like technology will never be able to replace with humans, and it's just the human experience. Being stable, healthcare is very stressful. So even just being able to have someone by your side to get through those long 12-hour shifts. So I don't think, at least in the next several years, I think people have to worry about like AI scribes fully taking over scribes. But I mean, yeah, just something to be mindful, make sure you'll just have to apply to certain urgent cares that don't use the AI technology, but it's not very many that use it right now.
And I was talking to one of my teachers, and he was saying that the benefit of using AI is because there's no embarrassment with the computer. Like if I go in and I have like a rash and like embarrassing place,
Mm.
no one's gonna judge me. And I've seen patients who don't want me in the room because of an issue that they're having. So what do you think about that kind of aspect of the negative side of the human interaction, I guess, is the negative
Mm.
emotions that come with
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I mean, yeah, of course, like, I mean, I don't know about like other people, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people I know still get iffy with computers because of like the camera of it. And there's still like the audio part, it is like using audio to record everything the patient says. But I understand if like a patient would just feel more comfortable if the scribe was not there. And absolutely always, in the, rare cases, I've seen that always like we respected the patient's wishes. Like number one is always making sure the patient's comfortable. So I've definitely been in the room where patients had maybe, a more embarrassing problem going on, and you could tell they were kind of shy about it. But if it was ever to the point where they did not want the scribe in the room, I'm sure every provider would be okay telling the scribe to just step out of the room, and then the provider will like give them like afterwards when they come back. So yes, like I get it, but there's also it's very easy to get around that. Like if someone really was worried about the scribe, a human scribe being there, like, always, make sure you're comfortable yourself, speak, have communication with the provider and just say like, listen, I'm like really embarrassed about this. I'd prefer if like as little people were in this room as possible. And the provider will respect that and the scribe will step out. So I do understand that point, but I think it's still pretty easy to get around.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't mind, please leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, see you in the next one.